All right. This session is now recording, and I want to welcome all of you to this special boot camp. This boot camp we started. Is it last year? Yeah, it started last year, and we made progress last year. But since this year, we've not had any boot camp on AI. And I think it's the proper time. This is the right time to have another one. So tonight is an induction class. Gonna be general introduction on what we're going to achieve for this boot camp. And I want to thank you all and congratulate you all who have decided to join out of your busy schedule and out of your tight economic situation. You try to squeeze out something, but I can tell you this is one of the best investments or decision you might make, based on my forecast. The first time and the reason why I decided to have a boot camp on AI when we started is because I saw the future and I wanted to see how I can help our community to be part of the benefit. That was when AI started. People are trying to understand what AI, the role of AI in our society. Then it was just like a toy, people using it to play around. If you generate image with AI, you start rejoicing, oh, this can generate image. And before you know it, we started using AI to generate even videos. It was like, wow. So then I've had a couple of issues at workplace, and there's so many communities I see the discussion, the argument going on about AI. It wasn't just, for me, it was no longer just a fantasy. I saw real value in it. And I decided to follow the trend. AI is a new technology to everybody. New technology to everybody. So no one can come and tell you, I'm a grandmaster in AI. Everybody is new. Even the people who developed the biggest AI we are using, they are still learning it. So many of them can say they've developed something they didn't know what is. Like the CEO of the biggest AI company, which is OpenAI. The guy is not even a graduate when he jumped in and started pursuing his career. So for someone to come and claim he's been a professor in AI within this is a lie. But this new technology, what I'm trying to tell you, there is a new technology, and this is the right time for you to get in. So this new technology is moving with the speed of a light at a very high speed. Is spreading. It's just like, if you know what we call wildfire, is spreading. The speed with which it's spreading it becomes uncontrollable, that it's taking away almost every work we are doing. So every work we are doing going forward, even at workplaces, it has to be the way AI wants it. So you must learn to know how AI wants the work to be done. And that's why all of us are here. Because if you really want to make a career in IT, AI must be embedded in your career fabric. So there is no two ways about it. It's just like when we started learning IT, we want to say everybody will need to be computer literacy. So you find out everywhere you go, you must know how to use computer. That is, computer literacy becomes like everybody is trying to learn computer in one way or the other, just to know how to use computer. That time, we do not even have internet, and the internet came. So many of us knew internet, but we didn't have the opportunity when internet became prominent. Some of those people who cash in, who came in early in the Web 0.2, that is the first set of billionaires we had. The world used to have millionaires, but all of a sudden, we started having a set of billionaires. Those set of billionaires started coming from companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, eBay. We started having billionaires. And then another company, another era, which is social media, some new billionaires joined. And, another era, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, another billionaire joined. So now another billionaires, we're no longer talking about billionaires. We are going to have, very soon we are going to start having trillionaires. And we're not talking about this, we're talking about this in dollars. Trillionaires, and this AI that is going to make it possible for us to have the first set of trillionaires. So we need to join whatever it is, the benefit, which I believe the benefit is so much. 2 years ago, it's not possible for you to work in any capacity and earn money in any way as AI this or AI that. But today, we have so many companies that are recruiting people massively on AI role. There are so many platforms. They are not doing anything. It's on AI this, on AI that. And so many of us here are taking advantage of that, more especially a lot of people are in Western world is gradually moving to other countries like Africa and the rest of them. They are gradually spreading. This is a confirmation of what the future holds. So you need to be there. With what we are seeing, what AI is proving, what technology is proving, we might not really, where you live might not really determine the amount of money you make. People might not really want to travel to America in order to make money. Coming to UK, in 5 years, 10 years time, is going to stop. All you need is, maybe because Africa or Nigeria is insecurity, you can move to Ghana where there is peace. As long as you have internet connection, you should be able to make good money for yourself if you have the right skill. And the right skill now is the AI skill. So I'm going to take us through our lesson note step by step, what we try to achieve. And from next week, we'll start going deep, taking it module by module, what we plan to achieve. We're going to do a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of work, because through this boot camp, we should be able to build a very strong foundation for yourself, a very strong portfolio. You know, so many of us are not getting work online because we do not have strong portfolio. So I'm going to start building portfolio from every bootcamp. I'm starting from this AI class. We build a very strong portfolio. Yeah, anything you do after this, all you need to do is move this portfolio to anywhere you are looking for work, like Upwork. You just go there, create a very, if you go to Upwork, a lot of AI, this and that is going on. If you create a very strong portfolio, you are not going to have issues making money online. Everything today is online. Yes, everything is online. Yes. Okay, I'm trying to share my screen. Okay. So like I said earlier, it's going to be induction, introduction and induction. Introduction and induction. So it's going to help us to understand what we plan to achieve through this boot camp. Yeah. So the purpose is to help us understand these following key points. What is artificial intelligence? What generative AI and large language models are? What AI engineering means within this bootcamp? How the 5 core modules connect. The 5 core modules we are going to look here. How does it connect? And we are going to be building during this program. We're going to build, like I say, everything we're building is going to be portfolio 1, portfolio 2. So you are going to build it. Once you start building, it's going to be a very serious hands-on. The career path that is available, we're trying to see the career paths we have. What are the opportunity we have after this bootcamp and the tools we are going to use. So, and expectations for assigning project portfolios. By the time we finish, you should be able to do all this. Define what artificial intelligence, distinguish traditional, explain large language, everything we stated. By the time we finish, you should be able to achieve all these 10 points we stated here. Describe the basic flow of modern generative AI. Explain what engineering means within this bootcamp, and the 5 core modules here, which is annotation. We have prompt engineering. We have context engineering. We have automation engineering, and we have agentic engineering. These 5 core pillars is where the money is in AI, and that is what we are dealing. We want to crush this. By the time we finish, you should be able to, once you go to the internet, you should be laughing because you know that you are well equipped. This is going to be 1 hour session. So, and yeah, so I'm not gonna start reading what you need to achieve in any 5 minutes or so, but it's going to be 1 hour session. So this is it, how it's going to be. We're going to start from data annotation to prompt engineering. You know, why this is very good is that you see, we are now growing. We're growing so much in that when we started AI engineering, this is what we do. This is it. When we started last year, it was just prompt engineering. You know, that's what we did. But now we've added annotation, we've added context engineering, we've added automation, and we added agentic. So within the last time we had it, we added this as well, agentic engineering. It was just this prompt engineering and agentic engineering. But today we're having the full 5 pillars, and that is going to be very good to have it in your CV or in your portfolio. So that is it. Now, most of us who have been talking about AI, all we know about AI is these tools here: ChatGPT, Cloudy, Gemini, Copilot. These are all we, yes. If you have used any other one outside this, let us know. Have you used any other AI tool outside this? Have you?
No, sir.
So which one?
Yes, I've used DeepSeek and Grok.
Yeah, Rock from
from
X.
from X. Yes.
Yeah, I know these are all those ones are, they are just I'm not gonna talk down on them, but one would want to talk about the main masters. These are the big men, these four here are the big men in AI. And this is not the AI itself. This is one of the things we are going to talk about. All these we are seeing, they are just application. It is through them we visit the oracle. The oracle, which is the main AI. They are not, these are just like chatbots. ChatGPT, all these are we can call them chatbots. They are not the main AI. The main AI is what we call large language model. You are not gonna see them, but these are the people visiting them. Through this, you visit them and you get your problem solved, and they will send it back through ChatGPT. So this ChatGPT, all of them are just connecting points to visit the large language model. So we're talking about the large language model. Talk about OpenAI. These are the big large language models. So these are some of the tools we already know we are using. But for us to become workers working with AI, we should know beyond just we are using ChatGPT, Cloudy, or Gemini. It's beyond that. And is this is so many ways we might be using. Some of us writing, using it to write, research, summary, job application, coding, gathering image, generating it, analyzing data, preparing for presentation, generating business ideas, creating social media content. These are likely the way we are using it. But when you start working as an engineer in one way or the other, a specialist in one way, is beyond this. Almost everything we do at place of work, we are using conventional technology to do. Like you see, before AI comes in, we do automation. Do you guys know we do automation? Yes, we do automation. We use tools like UiPath to do automation, and it works. But you see, all those tools, AI is replacing all of them because AI does a better work. So that is what the company and what the technology industry is doing now. It's just like, let's say you enter university as a big girl, you decided to change your wardrobe. All the clothes you are wearing before, you want to change everything. So what I'm trying to say is that AI is now replacing, they are now trying to do overhauling everything we use at place of work. Yes, we are doing overhauling the system. Companies are no longer employing somebody who do not have AI skill or AI capacity. Even the business analyst and project manager, yeah, you must have this AI embedded in you, in your knowledge, before you can see you are a business analyst or a project manager or you are this or that. The demand is so high and companies are springing up. Companies, people do no longer go the way they recruit these days and work these days is changing drastically. Before, if you want to get a job, so many of us, you must have to go to LinkedIn and package yourself very well. But it's changing gradually. It's no longer the way it used to be. So I'm going to show us an example. See, for instance, just a network. So it's just network is messing up. Well, the point I wanted to show you a lot of things. Like this platform here, they have a lot of roles, a lot of roles on AI. Yeah. You see all this thing you are looking at here. You see, for instance, now you see this corporate development expert. You see it here. is 2K. And this 2K is a 1 week tax. 2K here means $2,000 in 1 week. And this is what people are making. All of them, there are so many of them here in this room. It's so many. I don't know why network is just being dodgy. Because there are these things you need to see. Okay. Well, we'll leave it for now because I don't have time. But in this platform, there's a lot of money flowing in here. And it's not like the boy that lives in my house here. He just got a job here. Here on Monday, he got an offer, 1 week, and it's $2,000. This is not that I read or he's here. He's here living in this house with me. Yeah. This is the kind of money we have here. This one again, you see the kind of I don't know why network is not fluctuating now. I've been working on some of these things since morning and it's been fine. So maybe they don't want you people to see this opportunity and make this money. What I'm saying this is not just, we're not just here to, we're here to make money. We're here to see this opportunity. We're here to position ourselves to make money from these places. There are so many of them. And I'm not saying it because I want you to join this class because you already joined. I'm saying because I want you to be serious. I want you to take what you are doing here serious because what you learn here can change your destiny. It can turn things around for you. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But we'll still have time to come back and explore all these opportunities. So let it not take most of our time. You know, the network, the first platform is not loading. This one too is not loading. So it's network, not the platform. So around this time, at times our platform network do a bit of fluctuation. Yeah, you know, when a lot of people are back home, all the people have gone to work, they come back, everybody now using home internet, it starts fluctuating. But let's go back to our, maybe before we go, we'll try to check again because we need to see what is going on here. So you know that if you are poor, If you are poor, you don't have to agree. You need to stand up. It's not because Tinubu is not holding anybody. Let me tell you, Tinubu is in today's world. Government, whoever is in power in government, is not holding your destiny. You know, Tinubu is not holding anybody's destiny. Your destiny is in the hand of God and in your hand. Because we are living in a global village now. The world is highly globalized. Jobs are rotating. Is what you can do online that will save you these days. Okay, let me continue. So, let us try to even understand what AI is before we start looking at the opportunities available. Yeah, let's start from the scratch. So what is this artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence refers to the ability of computer system or software to perform tasks that normally require aspect of human intelligence. Yes, that is what we call artificial intelligence. So it requires your intelligence to be able to do that. So what they are doing is they mimic us. They were trained to imitate us, to look at us the way we behave, and they will do it exactly the way we do it. But the problem now is that over time, they learn to do it more than us. They do, and they started doing it even better than us. Because why are they doing it better than us? Yes, we can do it, but we are human. But they do it with the speed of a computer, with a very high speed. So if you can paint a picture, if you can paint an image, as a human being, we are going to take time to be putting it together and get it. Yes, they will get it the way we do it, but they will do it faster than us. And that is where they are now, why companies are looking for, because that thing human can do, they can do it faster than human. Company, they want to reduce waste. What are the waste companies want to reduce? Waste of time, waste of resources. So what you can do in 5 days, AI can do it in 10 minutes. So why, if you are owner of a company, why are you going to use human to do it? Even if you need human, because at times they make a bit of errors, so they still need to be under human control, then you must need a human who can control it, who can do it. So there is no need of you going to hire someone who cannot work with this AI, who can do things faster, because you want profitability in your business. You want to grow. You want to save as much cost as possible, as much waste as possible. And that is why it's no longer whether you like to use AI as an organization. It's a must if you want to do business. You guys know I'm a developer. Most of the softwares we've been developing, and most of even the one I use in my own business, we have built AI inside it. All of them has now AI functionality. Even this our web portal, unif.uk, you are using. We have integrated AI. AI is now working with us. We are using AI now. Every other things were AI, and not only us. Even Facebook, you see that even to make a comment, is AI assisted. So we're not the only one using it. When a giant like Facebook uses it, if you go to all the Microsoft application, I've worked with so many companies, I've used so many applications, I know how they work. But now, all the Microsoft application, Dynamics 365, all of them, they have integrated AI in all of them. All the Google application, even the Google Work space we are using, like what I'm using here is Google Workspace. As we are working, AI is taking notes. It wasn't like it before. If I'm talking before we have meeting, I'll be talking, we employ people to help us write notes, scribes, we employ secretaries. But now, even if you need to hire a secretary, that secretary should be able to use AI tools. And that is why it's no longer safe. If it should be, what should be is that AI should be taught in the prime from the start teaching, because this is the era. There is end of an era. Whether you like it or not, it's always like that. At times an era will come to an end. A reign will come to an end. All of us know that some of our grandparents did not see paper money. They traded with barter. Those days, if they tell them that it's no longer money we are even going to be using, there is now digital wallet that people use to pay. People use to, contactless, you tap, you pay, use your phone. That's how we pay here. In London, some of you know, it's even coming to Africa. Everywhere you go, in a shop, after buying something, you use your phone, tap your phone, and you pay. In the bus, you tap your phone, it will pay. Everywhere you tap your phone, it will pay. So it's a generational thing. Today, it's now AI. So that is artificial intelligence is now taking over. What we can do, that is the definition. Any other definition outside this is the definition of artificial intelligence. So the examples here is recognition of pattern, understanding languages, analyzing information, making predictions. Before, if I come outside and look at the cloud, if I look at the cloud, I can tell you that it's going to rain this night. That prediction. Okay. If you snap a picture of a cloud and give it to AI, AI should be able to understand the cloud through that picture and tell you if it's going to rain or not. Let us not even say gather data from the web or visit see. No, it has come to that level. So, generating content. Yes, we do content as well. Writing note, that is our content. AI does it better. Solving problems. So in my class, I was telling some people yesterday that you see mathematical question, the strongest mathematical question, AI chew it like chewing gum. So that is the extent. So I don't know if they are still imitating us, or are we imitating them, or are we learning from them? So it's not, before they learn from us, but they learn faster, they bypass us. Making recommendation and automating decisions. So these are some of the things AI can do. which human can do. So we have traditional AI versus generative AI. Traditional AI primarily analyze existing data. We used to have traditional AI. All those days have chatbot and all. The game changed when we started generative AI. So many of us, we didn't know. We didn't know it's going to happen like this. 4 years ago, I was in a group, a software development group, a community where we always chat and try to know what is going on. And someone was telling that this, if they release this technology, that all of us developers, the hunger was going to kill all of us. It was a very big argument. We were just, it's 5 years ago we're talking about this. It was a big argument. How this, it cannot. Well, we talk about it and talk about it, say that when this AI comes, it should be able to write code more than us, and all these things we are doing here. Some people were panicking, some people, we just laughed over it. But it's happening. It has happened. You know, AI can write code more than us. So traditional AI normally work on analyzing existing data, but it cannot generate new content. But this modern AI called generative AI generates content. This traditional AI predicts or classifies, but this generative AI produces. So the traditional work more on existing data, but this can use intuition based on pattern and think of what you want based on pattern. Traditional AI often outputs a decision, source, or categorize. Generative AI can output text, images, code, audio, and videos. These are the different, trying to show the difference between traditional, because we have two types of AI. Traditional AI, there's AI we already had long ago. We used to call it chatbot and the this and that before now. These are the original AI we know before generative AI comes in. So this traditional AI frequently built around predefined objects, but generative AI often respond dynamically to instruction. Example, fraud detection. This is example of traditional AI. We have AI built for fraud detection. Exactly, we code it for fraud. Any other thing outside fraud detection, it cannot do it. But this modern AI, which is open AI like ChatGPT, is not confined on anything. It's on any domain, any knowledge you want, no matter what, it's not confined. So it's not like this. So it has limited the traditional to become just an agent. We used to have spam filter AI, it's just spam filter. Now we have image generator. We used to have recommendation engine. Now we have AI coding assistant. So these are traditional AI. So generative AI is like, based on the fact that it can work on any kind of knowledge, language, it becomes something else. And most of the traditional AI, they are beginning to resign. Companies that are be using it are retiring them. Most of them have come to the end of life. So that is the end of life of most of the traditional AI we'll be using over the years because of generative AI we're using these days. So this generative AI that is causing all these problems, taking over everything, what are the generative AI we've been using? So we need to understand what is this generative AI. So this generative AI is a category of artificial intelligence designed to generate new content based on pattern learned from data. So they are not generating based on existing data here. Just tell them what you want them to do. They have learned a pattern to do, they will do it. You don't need to even give them a data to work on. They are not working on any data sets you are giving them. Just tell them what you want to do because they have been trained over the years. They've used a lot of data to keep feeding them, training them. They keep mastering the pattern over the years and they keep getting better as we train them. So that is one good aspect of it. If you give them, they can equally work on data set. That is what we call context engineering, which is part of this we are doing. But they can work without data. They can work without your data. So they can work in any form. That is this generative AI. So they can generate image. If you describe an image you want them to generate, you don't need to give them any image, they will generate it. But if you give them image, they will still generate exactly the image you want, as close as it is. Now, if you give them their picture now, they are going to, once they generate that image these days, you will even start doubting which one is the original picture. I see some of the images some people share online, they generate, like some people trying to generate, like I see some images of P2B, Bola Tinubu and the rest of them, people are generating. Some of them will look off. You see some will look very close. Some of them that look off, let me tell you, some people are using old version. You don't want to. If you use modern version, the latest version of some of these, if they generate image, you will not believe the difference because they will look almost like the same thing. They have this capacity to do all this. They can generate text, images, code, video, and presentation. All this they can generate it. You don't need to feed them before they can generate. All you need to is describe what you want. Based on pattern, they will generate it. What is pattern? A pattern is a way things has been happening over a series of time. You can say historical data. That is what we call pattern. They memorize pattern, they work with pattern. And that's how they work. They don't need you to give them data before they can work. But if you give them data, it makes the work easier for them. So, example of them, we see we have ChatGPT representing OpenAI, Cloudy, Gemini. These are examples of the generative AI, and these, they have models. So many of them can work on different models. Model is large language model. That's what we call them, models. So we have text models, we have image models, we have voice and audio models. So some of them can work on multi-models, some of them single models, like ChatGPT that can generate text, it can generate image, it can generate audio or voice. We call it multi-model. Some of them that can generate only video, we call them single model, like Runway or View. These are some of them that can only generate only video. We call them single model. So we have multimodal, multimodal. You're going to multimodal AI. These are ChatGPTs. They can do a lot of work. They are not only working on only one model. And this model we're talking about is language model, large language model. This large language model, we call it, it can be a data center, a very big data center where they are training AI. They are just collecting data from different sources and be using it to train AI. That is what they are doing there. And from there, they build all these chat GPTs that is connected to that language center called large language model. From there, you send a prompt, the prompt will go there and bring outcome. You send a prompt to write a letter, the large language model will bring out a letter, a written letter for you, the way you are going to want it to be. So that is it. So this is what generative AI is. We have different of them in different models. So we have image text model, we have image model, we have video model, they are all called model. So now we've talked about generative. So we can say, as we are talking, we are still making mention of large language model, large language. So what is large language model? Large language model, what is it? A large language model is an AI model trained on large amount of data sets or large amount of text and related data so that it can understand pattern in language and generate language-based response. That's large language model. So they build a data center where they are feeding all these AIs. They keep on feeding them, training them to do better. You know, if they want them to get fat, they start giving them fatty food. So that if they want them to grow tall, you start giving. So how you want the speed, you want the AI to move, you feed them, you build them. That data center is something else. So in that data center, they've come to Africa, they've scraped all the libraries in Africa. They've scraped all the libraries in Europe, all the libraries in the United States, America, all these libraries in the whole world. We didn't know when all these things are going on. They go about collecting data, capturing them, using it to train this AI. And we didn't know until they finished training all this, and now we're realizing that the AI knows your community, your town, more than you. AI can teach you Igbo language You that have been speaking Igbo for a long time, you that have been speaking Hausa, Yoruba, AI can teach you. AI can teach you Pidgin English. If you see AI blow Pidgin English, you are going to run away. They have been trained over the years, and we want them to do better because initially we didn't understand. We are scared. What is this? But now we are beginning to understand that, yes, this is a beginning of a new era. And companies are now beginning to welcome it. Yes, because companies are beginning to welcome it. Now, people are becoming more relaxed with AI, to use AI at place of work. And that is the opportunity I'm talking about. The opportunity will continue to expand, because we are becoming more comfortable. Those days, do you know how many people that got fired because they see them using AI at place of work? They got fired. Do you know how many students that couldn't graduate because they caught them, they use AI to do their work? Or do you know how many first class we produce because of AI? I heard that recently that UNM produced how many first class? I remember when we graduated, I think it's only 2 first class we had. Is it 2 first class? We had. But now, do you know how many first class they say they produce? Last graduation, convocation, how many first class? Yes, all these things are works of AI. Yeah. And companies, people might be a bit worried. People don't learn AI. Yeah, but companies do not care. Companies, what they want is profitability. As long as the AI is cutting costs for them, they don't care. So because we are getting more comfortable, now, some of these platforms I try to show you, what they are doing now is they are trying to build professionals, create jobs around everything you can think of. As long as it's computer-related base, it must be AI-enabled. Even as a teacher, you must be AI teacher. If you are a teacher, you must be AI. Because, according to them, you teach better. AI will help you to teach better. That is the argument there. Professors are fighting tooth and nail, but like I said, you cannot fight technology. How far are you going to fight technology? You cannot. Technology will always win. Because all of us here have agreed that business is no longer an office. Business today is service you render to people. The amount of satisfaction somebody received from service we deliver to them. And most of these services are being delivered online. And people are happy. So that is the world we find ourselves today. And as long as it's being done online, AI has an upper hand. Yes, anything that can be done digitally, AI has taken over it. So you must learn to do it with AI or you forget it. That is the argument we are trying to bring today. So this large language model we are talking about, we only have few of them. It costs a lot of money to build this large language model because to start the kind of data sets they are using on this large language model, you won't believe it. And that's why all of you are here, because you want to work with this large language model. And that is where the data annotation comes in. Data annotation is classifying data we are going to use to train AI, to train them. We continue to train this AI till the end of the world. They continue to do better till the end of the world. So the work is there forever and ever. They continue to get better. Yeah. So example of large language model, these are the example, OpenAI. OpenAI owns ChatGPT. Then Anthropic owns Cloudy. And this Google owns Google Gemini. And Meta AI. And Mistral owns Vibes. I don't know if you know about Vibes. This is a French-based large language model. Yeah, these are top large language models. We have more, you know, some of them from China, but these are the top in the market. Top in the market. All of them are American-based. Only this one is European-based, Mistral. And this Mistral, the young boys, small boys who owns it, they are billionaires already. This Mistral is not up to, it's not up to 5 years. Is it? It's not up to 5 years. And these are small boys from Google. They move away from Google and start their own AI, and they're already billionaires. So that is it. If you look at Africa, nothing is going on in Africa. Yeah, we can change the pattern. Yes, you can change the pattern. So you should be able to know this is the main AI we are talking about. When we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, let it ring on your mind that this is it. These large language models. It's not this application that is generating is the original AI, like generative AI. All the generative AI like ChatGPT, Cloudy, Gemini, they are connected to this large language model. This large language model is a data center. This is where the whole operation is taking place. All these large language models. Yeah. So, 3 basic large LLM, large language model concepts. Number 1 is tokenization. AI model do not necessarily read text exactly as humans read them. Text is divided into smaller units called token. Token may represent complete word, part of words, punctuation, and characters. So we that train AI, we try to tokenize every content so that AI can read it and understand it. That is where the tokenization. I hope we are getting, I hope we are following. So this is
very well, sir. Very well, sir. We are following.
So this is how
yes, we are following, sir.
So this is how we are going to come in. who are going to train this? Who are going to tokenize Lagos? Who are going to tokenize Begiri soup? Who is going to tokenize it? We are going to tokenize it. Who is going to tokenize rice and beans, plantain? We are the people that are going to tokenize it. We are going to break it down, label it in ways that AI will understand it. A lot of people have been making a lot of money through training this AI. This class, also as we are progressing, I have some of us are going to be joining to be, part of the training instruction, part of the instructors, because they have to share their experience. I don't want it to be like coming from my mouth alone. You need to hear from some of us who have worked. I have, some of you might know somebody like, well, I'm talking because she's my student. She joined us like, these are part of the first people I trained. She's always been around the community, helping out in one Wadinaka. And she's been working with a lot of companies. She's based in Port Harcourt, but she's always busy. But the only thing that, in as much as she's busy, she's always making out time to be in our community to help out in one way or the other. And thank God the community is have helped, because she's learned a lot, and a lot of things she's learned, she put it into practice. And she's really making money. So she's been part of this tokenization training AI for different companies and different platforms. And she's a very busy woman now, very busy. At times, she will have up to 3 jobs, 4 jobs. Yeah, very busy. And she's making money. And that's what I want from you guys. Even if some of you will not remember us, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but that is it. So the point I'm making here is, these are where some of us are going to be coming in. We are starting. So we are not even going to wait at big job, prompt, these are, we can start from small tokens. That's where annotation, data annotation. So, like I said, this is it. You break it down so that AI can understand it. Complete words, parts of words, punctuation, characters. These are what some people have been doing to earn a living. Then training. Large models learn pattern from very large database. So training enables the model to learn relationship between language elements and predict appropriate output. So they are not just monsters. We train them. Whatever they are, we are the people fashioning this weapon against us. Yes. But it depends on the way you want to take it. You can take it as a weapon, can become a weapon. You take your job, you can't do anything about it. You can take it as it can become a tool for you to work for you. Then it start working for you. So it's left for you to decide how you want to use it. If you don't want to use it well, it's going to destroy you. If you want to use it well, it's going to create wealth for you. Although we are working on regulations as well to make sure that it's all good that we're getting from AI. But where it's going to destroy you if you don't want to learn it. If you are just there because some people are there, they don't want to see anything good in it. They don't want to see anything good in technology. All they are there is keep criticizing, fighting technology. I become what I am today in the technology space because I decided to become an evangelist. You know, I preach technology. Instead of fighting technology, I try to understand technology. How do we make the best use out of every technology we come across? You know, and that's why, to the extent, we started digital technology business school. That's how we come, because I become obsessed with technology. How do we get the best? Because technology is what the world needs to get better. So if you want to be one of us, try to see the good aspect of it. It's going to open doors for you than fighting it. Some people are just there fighting. You can't fight. You can't fight a fight you cannot win. So training is going to be somewhere we are going to work so hard to come in. These two aspects. Token, which is labeling, data annotation. Training, using these labels to train AI is very, very important. Like some of us who are starting, this can be a starting point for us. You find out even before we finish this, some of us will start getting these jobs. And they are paying big, big money. Transformer architecture. Large language models are largely built using neural network architecture called the transformer. At this level, we don't need to understand, because, like I said, these two places is where we can come in terms of building AI. I'm not talking about using AI at place of work. I'm talking about being part of the developers. At this small, we can contribute small things at building AI, labeling, just like in a manufacturing industry. In manufacturing industry, there's a lot of jobs going on there. If you understand manufacturing, there are some people mixing, there are some people labeling, there are some people packaging. You know, we can be part of all this within the tech space. Labeling, packaging, doing this and that, training. Yeah, it doesn't mean that all of us will become the main engineers building this whole system. There's a lot of job within this space we can be doing. If you come to construction industry, for instance, it's like where they are building a house, there is a lot of jobs there, like cleaners, laborers, sweeping rubbish. It's job. They are making money. Mixing cement, carrying load. These are what we are. That's where all this labeling, tokenization, training. This is it at the tech space. So this transformer architecture are some of the main men there using machine language, mathematical under computation to build. At this point, this might become so big for us, you know, until we start learning machine learning, we start going deeper into data science, machine learning, because all these things we are building, all these large language model, they are using machine learning ability to like machine learning. That's what they're using to build all this model using Python. All these things are built within Python. So the transformer is going to be too big for us at this early stage, but as we are progressing, so many of us might progress into becoming AI top engineers, you know. Those who are doing it, they are just small boys, you know. Okay, how a generative AI system works. This is the process flow. It starts from data collection, data labeling. Yes, it starts from there. And from data, we start training the model. This is the model training, large language model. We train large language model. And then application, AI application, which are the generative AI application like ChatGPT. From there, you see user prompts. These are the user prompts we use to feed the ChatGPT. And then context. Context are materials, text, information, documents. These are what we feed the large language model in order to get output. So we can use prompts. At times we combine prompts with context. At times we just send only context. And then the model will respond. And the response will come back through the application. And that is the output we get. And that's it. So that is how it works. That's the simple process flow. When we start our main classes, when we're going to deal with all this, we're going to try to use diagrams. I'm a business analyst. I love trying to explain things through process flow, through diagrams, and we're going to try to use diagrams for easy understanding. Also, that I don't like talking too much. That's why all my classes cannot be more than 1 hour or highest 2 hours. Even when those who knows me, when my class is hitting 2 hours, people are, because within 1 hour, you should be able to communicate a topic very well using diagram. That's why we're different from other conventional teachers. Okay. Important distinction between models and AI application. Let's start from model. We'll talk about model and large language data center. They are the main thing. So, underlying model here is like OpenAI. So, and then the application is where we put the prompt. So that is it. That is model is the data center. Generative AI we talk about is this ChatGPT, Cloudy, Gemini we have. They are the applications. The main AI we are talking about is the model. Without model, nothing. So this is the main thing here, model, large language model. We have different types of model. We'll talk about it, image model, video model, speech, they're all model. And then this application, AI application, the one we download on our phone, they are AI applications. They are the generative AI. But the main is the model. So they all work for this model. So, and they convert these messages or prompts. This is the way they relate. They send all this to the model. We have user interface where you put prompts, you put context, you put memories, and they work through API, tools, automation, business logic, security, and database. So this is things we can do with application. the model, most of us we can't see the model. So you can only communicate with the model through AI applications. Example of this is all this ChatGPT. So a chatbot is not a model. So we should be able to distinguish between a model and AI application. All these ones we have, if you go to Play Store and App Store, you see AI this, AI that, AI this, they are all AI applications. Is the application through which we communicate, we interact with the big model. Is the application through which, like I said, both model are big data center. We communicate through the main data centers. Yes. Then, what is AI engineering? AI engineering is the practical display of designing, configuring, integrating, evaluating, and operating AI-powered system using models, data, prompts, context, text, workflow, and agents. All of them put together is engineering. That is AI engineering. So you can become AI engineer in one way or the other. That is the information we're trying to pass here. It's not those large language model engineers. They are not the only engineer, because AI engineering has gone beyond just large language model. So all of us working together, whether you are a prompt engineer, we're using prompt or context or even automation, or you are building agents, all of us are AI engineers. So you can put it on your name. After this, if you go to the airport, you are traveling to China or US, and somebody tell you, who are you, what do you do for a living? You can confidently tell the person, I'm an AI engineer. Yeah, immigration, they tell you, what do you do for a living? Tell them you are AI engineer. Yeah, tell them you are AI automation engineer, or you are AI prompt engineer, or AI data engineer, or AI context engineer, or you are AI agentic engineer. You are an engineer. Yes. As long as you can do this thing in a very professional manner, you are an AI engineer. So that is it. Some of all these engineers that are calling themselves engineers, most of them didn't do it from a university. You know, most of these big boys are doing, some of them are just researching, learning, and they've achieved a lot that changed their life to become millionaires, billionaires. So it's the way you carry yourself in this new profession. What I'm saying is that you have to carry yourself well, because we are into something big, something very big. It's a new knowledge. We are trying to be among the pioneers to hijack. We cannot hijack it, but we are positioning ourselves very well, and that's it. So the focus on building practical system around modern AI models, and engineer may therefore work in this capacity as an engineer. You see, an engineer may work within this capacity, training and evaluating data. That is data annotation. You are an engineer, or training, AI training, you are an engineer. Large language model. These are the engineers that are using machine learning to build large language models. They are engineers. Then we'll have people who are working on prompts, how to use prompts to communicate well, to get the best for the organization as a matter of prompt. Because after this building the large language model, and we cannot get the best out of it, it doesn't make sense. So prompt engineer is extremely important. That is the main thing that determine how successful we are going to be with AI. Prompt. As a matter of fact, very soon prompt will become like a very big asset. People will be guiding their prompt before they release their prompt to you, because a good prompt can make AI to reveal the secret in the United States of America White House. A prompt. You know, we are not coming to that. We're not going to do that anyway, because that is against the law. But I'm just telling you how good a prompt. When you have a good prompt, it can tell you business secrets nobody can tell you. A business secret you cannot get from Harvard University, from Oxford University, from Cambridge. A good prompt can give you all this. A good prompt can give you, build a business you never dreamt of in your whole life. So that is why prompt is extremely, that companies are looking for prompt engineers. You know, that is it. Context. Context is information, documented information. So data sets, company data sets or information. Now, everything is not about generating new ideas. We want to make good use of even the existing one we have. How are we going to, all these documents here, how are we going to automate them? How are we going to use our existing information in one way or the other? So we start feeding AI with this information so that AI will make decisions based on existing context, not any other thing. So some people who can do this very well are context engineers. And it's a very big market in America right now. Context. And it's spreading globally. Because there are a lot of secret, business secret we never get to know. People do not know that this is, but if you can feed all this into the AI, AI can tell you the direction your company is going, the direction, even they do better data analysis through context engineering. Good context engineering, better data decision, data analysis, business insight. API engineers, AI API engineers. Now, most of the application we're using, like Google Workspace, the rest of them, they are integrating AI in one way or the other. How are they integrating AI? They are integrating AI through API, connecting, through logics. So AI can have access to their database and do a lot of things. So whether you are working with API, database, you are an engineer, you are AI engineer. Workflows, creating workflows, building workflows, like some of us who are business analysts, creating workflows. Companies have workflows. What is workflow? How we do something. Processes. You know, standard operating processes. You can use AI to create these processes, these workflows. That's what we call workflow. And we didn't want to have workflow, we should be able to identify bottlenecks. AI can help us to do that. Well, that is what every organization is looking now. We business analysts, that is how we save money for organization. I try to identify areas of improvement, because what we are doing is constant improvement, continuous improvement. So with AI, we can build workflow, find, identify bottlenecks, areas of improvement, and strengthen operations. We can equally automate these workflows, some of it freeing it from human activities. We used to do workflow, but those conventional workflow is not as effective as this AI workflow. AI works better than us. So now we're building conventional, a better workflow using AI. So if you are working within all these workflows and automation, you are a very big engineer. You know how to use this N8N, Make, Zapier, and the rest of them. You are a big engineer. So you are an engineer. So tools, connecting using AI with different tools, applications. Yes, you are an engineer. AI agent, building agents. Yeah. So all these, whichever way you can learn AI, you can do, whether AI agents, evaluating system, gatherers, all of them, we are engineers. So some people will think that it's only people here that are called engineers. There is not, you know, it's not only these people that are called engineers. They are not large language model because they use machine learning. Yeah. So if we want to classify it at this level, we call it upstream. And at this level, we call it downstream. Yes. If we analyze very well, this upstream large language model is a multi-billion AI industry. There's a lot of billions going on there, multi-billions AI industry. But from down here to here is what we call from down here is what we call downstream. So let's say here is the upstream. I want you to understand it very well. This is the upstream, AI upstream. Just like in all, you have upstream and downstream. This green area is the upstream. This upstream is multi-billion AI industry. Then when we come to this from prompt down is the downstream. This downstream is the multi-trillion AI industry. And this is where we belong. We belong to the downstream. Why am I saying this? Upstream, how many large language model can we build? It's only a few large language model we can build. As a matter of fact, there's no need of building more large language models. It's enough to serve the whole world. The world we have is enough. But we cannot have enough of prompt engineering. We cannot have enough of context engineering, because this is where everyday people are using AI from prompts. So this can produce millions of billionaires. Downstream AI industry can produce millions of billionaires. But this upstream can only produce few billionaires. So that's why the downstream is the multi-trillion. There is more money at the downstream. How everyday person uses AI, that is downstream. But this is how to build a large language model. So, okay. So, we've tried to understand the full architecture of AI, both at upstream, downstream, and the rest of them, generative, traditional. Now, in this, our bootcamp is broken down into 5 core disciplines we are going to try to explore so that we can see how we are going to make money from every aspect of AI. Because what we are here, some of you say that you are here for knowledge. Yeah, good knowledge, but what is the last thing? Money. Return on investment. The ultimate return on investment. So we can see how every aspect of AI downstream we can lay our hands on. How can we convert it to start working for us? Because this AI is a big farm. It's a big farm at upstream, but it's a larger farm at downstream. The ecosystem is bigger. So the first thing is AI annotation. A lot of us can equally be making money from this AI data annotation. Yes. So what is data annotation? AI data annotation is the process of labeling, categorizing, evaluating data so that AI system can learn from it or be assessed against it. So who does the labeling? Who does the categorizing? Who does the evaluation? Is people like me and you after this boot camp. Then we will start seeing jobs like, that's why I try to show us these platforms when we are starting, but network didn't allow us. You would have seen all this. They are talking about those who are going to train AI, there are those who are going to evaluate AI, this and that. So that is it. That is what data annotation. So we're going to learn how to label data, how to categorize data, and evaluate data so that AI can use it, so that people can use it. Those who are doing the training, they can use it. In some cases, we are going to find ourselves labeling and equally training. So that is it. It's his job. These are some of the small jobs we are going to be finding. So example of it, identifying objects in an image, marking customer sentiment, categorizing text, tagging named entities, evaluating whether an AI answer is correct or not, ranking one AI response against another. So these are what we are going to be doing as annotators. So, Remy Maria, what is it?
Sorry, sir, the text is too tiny. I don't know if you can increase it from your end.
Okay. I think, let's see. Can you see it now? Better.
Right, far better, far better. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that is it. We'll say some of the things we're going to be doing as AI annotators. This is it. Identifies subject in an image, marking customer sentiment, categorizing text, tagging name entities, evaluating whether AI answer is correct or not, and ranking one AI response against another. So a lot of people have been milking the industry through this. So many of your friends, they are quietly making this money. You don't know. You see them, they're just at home. They don't even go out. They'll lock themselves up. Calling them jobless man. They're always staying at home. You'll be there. Everybody pursuing bus stop and fighting in the bus stop. There are opportunities we can make. Opportunities from AI. So, yeah. So if we are really interested in making money online, there's a lot. It's not only becoming a project manager, but there are so many opportunities. But this one is new opportunities, So a lot of people are not there yet. That's why this one is good. So example, customer message. My payment failed and I need help urgently. Yeah, so possible annotation on this particular statement. Intent, payment issue. Sentiment, negative. Priority, high. So this is why a way you can annotate a statement for AI to understand. You see, if you are training them, you don't just give them something like this. You can't just give them, this is how it costs. So you break it down. Like that's what we said, and you break it down in this pattern, this form. They learn through this is the way they learn. And you can see to do this is going to be a lot of job. So for you to sit down and be breaking it down like this, feeding them is it's not gonna be easy. So they pay you to do this thing for them. Why it matters? Good AI depend on good data. So that AI is it because we sat down and be feeding them good food. When you see a child that is well fed and a child that is not well fed, the difference is clear. The AI works that way. When you feed AI well, you get companies, because AI is a big asset to the human, to the whole world. So companies who have finally developed a model, they can go to any extent to make sure that they maintain this, because this is, you see, this one AI model is bigger than all the oil well in Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, Angola put together. Even this open AI alone is bigger than the whole, one company alone. That open AI you see is bigger than the whole oil well in Saudi Arabia. I'm saying it and I'm beating my chest. As a matter of fact, through AI and a lot of things are going to happen very soon. And you see, all these oil wells, they are already drying. They are not drying up, but they are beginning to abandon them. Because through all these AIs, we can build even a car that doesn't have driver. And from this thing now, some of these AI cars that doesn't have autonomous cars, that doesn't have drivers, have less accidents than the one human being are driving. When it started, it used to, but over time, they are building it and improving on it. In so many places in America, these are the cars they use, no driver. Uber, you book it, you come to your house, wait for you, you go enter, take you where we are going, no driver. And some of these cars are not using petrol. You know, they are using electric. These are where we find ourselves. So when all the cars have become electric cars, autonomous cars, what are we doing with petrol? All the oil well, you know, what are we doing with it? So that is it. That's why they are spending money to make sure that this AI is at the best training. So it's very, very important. It's something we have to be part of the people, because this job is something that is going to last forever, training all these AIs. So poorly labeled or poor quality data can lead to poor model behavior. So when it's not labeled well, when it's not properly trained, you start having hallucination and the rest of them. So then the second, this is AI annotation. In our core, we are talking about the core discipline or the core 5 pillars in this our boot camp. So no matter how dull you are, try to become a master of one. But if you can master all of them, good. So that even if no do, you become AI annotation engineer. You know, a big thing will be, a big thing to your CV. This small AI annotation you are going to be within these 3 to 4 months. I'm not looking down on any discipline, but it will not stop me from giving my direct verdict. It's better than you becoming a mass communicator. You graduated from Nigerian University after 4 years. So if you can master to become AI annotation engineer, it's better than that you graduated even with first class in that. I'm telling you, because highest first class, they give you a lecturing job there. They start paying you 300,000. For this one, as an annotator engineer, you know how much you stay in your house and be milking the globe. Your money is coming from heaven, from their house. So that is AI annotation is number 1 pillar. So number 2 is prompt engineering. This prompt, why prompt is extremely important is because how we enjoy this AI, how we get the best out of the big AI, the big masquerade, which is the large language model, is the kind of quality prompt. How do we communicate to them? So if we have good language, so prompt is now a very big language in tech. Before, the languages we have programming language, we have modeling language, Like those who are in data and business analysis, I used to tell you our language in business analysis is a unified modeling language. For those in data analysis, I used to tell you that is SQL. You know, for those in developers, is programming language. Now in AI, the big language who just nowhere and very prominent is prompt. And prompt is just natural language, just like this. This thing you are seeing here is a natural language we are using every day. And that is one of the biggest assets we have now in the tech world. So prompt engineering is the discipline of designing, refining instruction given to AI model. Yeah, so that is prompt engineering. To produce useful, accurate, and appropriately structured outputs. The existing prompt engineering we did, we covered, it was only prompts that we did, but like I said, we now have other things added to it. It's no longer just prompt engineering, so which is very big for us. Example of prompts, like we have weak prompt, we have a very good prompt, and we have very weak and very poor prompt. You have a very weak poor prompt, is going to cause what we call hallucination. Hallucination is when AI do not understand what you are saying very well, and it's going to start giving you wrong interpretation, bringing wrong output. But when you package your prompt, when you write it very well so that AI will understand it, it's going to reveal a lot of things you don't know. You know, if AI read your mindset, it can even go the extent of something that you didn't know that it exists. Is going to go pull, because he has already understood what you are looking for. He has read your mindset. So at times, you ask AI to give you something. AI will give you more than what you required. Why AI is giving you more than what you required is because AI believes you need more. That you are just asking based on your myopicness. It need to give you more than what you ask. In a situation AI is giving you, you know that AI has given you what you want, but now reveal more things because your prompt is very good. That is the extent of prompt engineering. It tell you what you don't know, even reveal secrets for you. That is the extent of having a good prompt. Okay, see this example. Weak prompt. Write about marketing. Improved prompt. Act as a digital marketing consultant. Now, we are not telling AI, because this is what AI likes so much. When you are personalizing AI, now AI has taken a seat. But write about marketing as what? How do you want me to write about? It doesn't know what you want. But now you say, act as a digital marketing consultant. Now you take a seat as a consultant. The quality of output you are going to get is going to be different from just writing about marketing, because you've told, even if you just alone just say act as a digital marketing consultant and write about marketing, is different, because this digital marketing consultant has given him the seat where he wants to be. He now have the mindset of, how can a digital marketing consultant communicate? Then if you tell AI to act as a professor, then you know he's not going to just write as a digital consultant. He's going to teach you, he's going to lecture you about digital marketing. That is why we need to understand how to communicate to get it better. Okay, so create a 5-point digital marketing strategy for UK startups selling sustainable clothing to customers age 18 to 35. Present the output as a table containing channel, objectives, and recommendation action. These are two different prompts. Some of us, so many of us, this is the way we talk to AI. So many of us, yes, I'm not lying. We don't, have this kind of patience to relax and talk to somebody. So that is prompt. Prompt is extremely important. It's going to help us a long way if we understand how to, so it's a very big asset. That is it. That is for prompt. The quality of the instruction influences the quality of the output. Then we come to context. This is another area that organizations want you. So many organizations, they want you in this capacity. Context engineering is the discipline of ensuring that AI system has access to the right information at the right time to complete a task effectively. Yes, because we are going to be asking AI to do a lot of things for us. All the company information, make sure that AI has the right information, the access. And that's it. And AI will start doing wonders for your organization. The context might include company documents, policies, previous conversation, examples, databases, user preferences, retrieve knowledge, tools, tool outputs. All these things are context. They are very big asset to the organization, but a lot of organizations are not using it very well. They're not using it very well. Yes. If you go to different states in Nigeria, they don't even know the kind of resources they have. They don't. And most of those have been documented long ago. And we are crying there is no job, no employment. We don't even know what we have. But once we have like context engineering, some of all these things, AI should be able to tell us where we are, where we need to go. That is it. If we are so lazy to do all this, we can employ AI to become our advisors, analyzing what we have, creating opportunities for us. That is what the companies are looking for. Example, what is our company travel policy? Without company document, the model may not know. You are asking AI about your company policy. It might not know your policy. But if you ask AI to prepare a report, just feed AI with the context. AI will write a very good report for you. That is it. Now, if you tell AI, these are the ones so many of us we don't know, which we can start doing immediately. Now, if you're applying for a job and if you want AI to write a cover note for you, you just tell AI, I'm applying for a business analyst job. Write a cover note for me. AI might not know your quality, might not know what the company you are applying for, what they need. So it's just going to scrap something and give to you, which will not make sense. But as a context engineer, if you want to write a cover note, you see that job application, that's where they say you should apply. The job description, the vacancy, copy it or snap the picture of that whole vacancy. Give it to AI. Then give AI your CV. These are the two things you need to give AI before you can tell AI to write a cover letter for you. When you do those things, AI will look at the job, look at your qualification, look at your strengths, and be able to write a compelling cover letter that can represent you. When you do this, what you've done is what we call context engineering. A lot of things we do in the organization, at times it takes us up to 3 days to write a report or to write a good email we are reporting to a senior manager. That's why a lot of companies are looking for context engineers that will be helping companies work faster. So that is it. So with the relevant policy retrieved and supplied as context, it can answer using the organizational actual information. Core difference, prompt engineer, what are we asking AI to do? That is prompt. And context, what information does the AI need to do the job properly? At the organizational level, we don't just, give AI context prompts to just, we must do something within the organizational level. AI should be able to represent us based on our policy, based on what we have. So that is the difference. So we can use both of them together. We can write a prompt and combine it with context. So combination of prompts and context is the main thing organizations are looking from us into this workplace. Ability to use prompt very well and equally combine it with context. That is context and prompt engineering. Most of the time, they go hand in hand. Then automation. So if you become annotation engineer or annotator, become prompt engineer, context engineer, and add annotation, then you are creating more empire for yourself. What is annotation? automation. AI automation engineering involves connecting AI model to repeatable workflow so that business or technical tasks can be processed automatically. So automation is not a new system. It's not a new approach at workplace. It has been there. But the latest AI technology is now making it better. Yeah, I've worked as I've worked as a conventional robotic process automation. I've done that so many times, robotic process automation. Or robotic process automation is now becoming traditional. AI automation is now taking over. Before, if you're a robotic process automation, you know robotic process, it's a big deal. Yeah. But even the robotic, some of these companies using robotics like UiPath, they are beginning to introduce AI model in their system of automation. So basic automation pattern is trigger, AI processing, decision making, and action. Just connecting our repetitive activity. Example, a new email arrives, AI determines the intent, AI summarizes the problem, workflow routes the case, AI drafts a response, human in the loop, then you approve where necessary, and respond is sent. That is automation. So we can, all these things, we have been doing automation using Blue Prism, using UiPath, using Power Automate from Microsoft. But this latest AI automation application is killing the whole, is taking over. So organizations are abandoning the traditional method of automation. So if you know how to use AI automation properly, that is a good mind for you. So this is another one that is the pillar number 4 in this our boot camp. So by the time we finish, we're going to be automation engineer. And the last but not the least is agentic engineering. Agentic engineering focuses on designing AI systems that can pursue goal, plan action, use to observe result, and continue working towards a defined objectives. So in our last class, we are able, last 2 classes here, we're able to, produce some agentic engineers. Some of us can now build a small AI agent, and and one of us came just telling me, showing what he has done on her own with, and companies and organizations are looking for all those agents because we need different agents these days. As things are looking at, we're going to be having something like business analyst agent, project manager agent, data analyst agent. That is the future of work, where we'll have all these agents, and then we'll just have few individuals, humans that can be controlling them. Yeah. We equally have orchestration, AI orchestration, where all these agents can work collaboratively together to produce a result, where business analyst agents, data analyst agents, project manager agent. These are 3 AI agents. They can work together and produce a very big, that's what we call orchestration, AI orchestration, agentic orchestration. So, example, a research agent receives research the UK market for an AI education platform and prepare an executive briefing. So this is what you have given the agents to do. This is the way AI agents work, not human agents. So this is where AI is planning to take a lot of work from us. Because all of us here, what we are doing is at our workplaces, you are an accountant, you are a marketer, you are a sales rep, you are this and that at the place of work. What you are is an agent. You are representing your organization in one capacity or not. All they need to do is they build one agent to replace you. They build another agent to replace you. They build another agent to replace you. What you can do in 1 week, AI agents can do it in 1 day. And that is a lot of money they are going to save the organization. That's how agents work. But agents equally need human in the loop, people that can be working with the agents. So if you know how to use AI, or you are AI agentic engineer, you are going to be there working with all these agents. But whether we're going to have business analyst agent project, you are going to have them, but we're going to still have human in the loop working with them. So what the agent do, now you ask agent to do this. The agent will do this. The agent might understand the objective, create a research plan, search for information, collect relevant findings, compare sources, analyze the market, prepare the report, review whether the objective was complete or not. So that is how agents work. Go, plan, select to act, observe, execute, continue, finish. That is the work of AI agents. That thing you can do for your organization. Here, they build a small machine called AI agent to replace you, to do it. That is what we call agentic. And if the fear, so many of us having AI is going to take work, AI is through AI agents, is a big discussion. The work, the tech world now, is a kind of concern. If we are having concern about the AI apocalypse, if some of you, I don't write a lot of article, but a few of the article I wrote, which is you can find it even in social media, I wrote about AI apocalypse, where AI is going to start taking our work. I made this article like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, but everything I wrote in that article is coming to pass. So AI is taking a lot of the work. The work world is becoming dry for normal people like me and you, who do not have it, who do not have knowledge of AI. Okay, now these are the 5 pillars. By the time we finish, we should be able to package ourselves, you can work in one of these capacity, or you can work in 5 of this capacity. You can work as one of these 5 engineers. So that is the purpose of this. So we are not, we have improved tremendously. When we started our AI class, the purpose, the first class we started then was just to train to understand AI and understand the future of AI. But things have changed. We're now building you to be able to stand out and become one engineer or the other. You already have a specific role. You can see yourself even before you are starting this boot camp, or you can see what you can achieve, what you can be, you know, from the, that's why we'll be able to define these 5 key pillar in this boot camp that can give you either one of these engineering aspects, become one engineer, or 5 of this engineer. You can work in all this capacity. So that is the goal. If you position yourself well, that is what you plan, what you are going to, we plan for you to achieve. Mr. Emmanuel.
Yes, sir. So earlier on, you mentioned that you don't even know if we are the one training AI or AI is training us now, as it is now. So based on that premise, I want to ask, do you think that as time goes on, that training AI becomes more difficult, or should I say complex? Do you think that before now, like 2 years ago, it's much more easier than it is now?
No, when I say, well, I don't know whether AI is trained or it's just, I'm just making a joke. You know, when I say whether I don't know what it is, we are the one training AI. So as AI is becoming better, we'll continue to train AI. So what AI is learning is the way we do things. AI do not have anything where they are learning. AI is not learning about the activities in heaven. They are learning how, that is what we call it artificial. You know, artificial means artificial intelligence. They are learning from us. We are training them to master the way we behave. So at no point we must continue to train AI. The highest thing that they master everything, but they can do it at a very high speed. But whether there's a lot of things we still refining AI to do. A lot of things AI need to do. A lot. So, but we are just amazed that this kind, within a short period of time, AI has learned a lot. There's a lot of things AI still need to learn. Okay. 5 disciplines connected together. So that is data, prompt, context, automation, and agent. So this is what we plan to, this is the workflow of this bootcamp, or a life cycle. We start from data, you know, we use data to train, and then we use prompt to help communicate, and then context to feed AI to make better decision, and automation to help us work faster. And the agent is going to be the one that's going to be doing a lot of things for us. So these are what every organization needs today to work faster, work better, compete very well. That is it. So that's what we plan to achieve. So that's how they are connected. Data annotation, provide quality data and evaluation, prompt engineering, provide effective instructions, context engineering, providing relevant knowledge base, automation engineering, connecting AI to processes and application, and agentic engineering, enabling goal-oriented AI system to use tools and perform multi-step activities and or works. Yeah. So, practical example AI customer support system. Step 1, data annotation. Customer inquiry are labeled. Previous customer inquiries are labeled, like billing, refund, technical support, complaint, and account access. You see annotation. This is what annotation can do within this context of AI customer support system. If you apply an annotation here, that's what we can build, train AI on this. Then prompts on this system as well, prompt engineering, create the instruction, classify the customer request, and produce a short professional response. That is prompt engineering within this customer support. Then context engineering within this, give the model company refund policy, product documentation, customer account information, and frequent asked questions. That is context. Then automation within this activity as well. Automation, connect the system to email, CRM system, and ticketing system. And then agentic engineering within the system. You see, all these things can work collaborated in one section of a company. So you see that there is relevancy in what you are doing in every activity. So agentic engineering allows AI to understand the customer request, retrieve the customer information, identify the appropriate tool, update the ticket, draft or send the response, and escalate complex cases. Result, one AI system can demonstrate all 5 engineering disciplines. So whichever one you get, even if one, you're still relevant within this. For instance, now, let's say this is trying to use AI in customer support. Then if we can use AI in customer support, this is a lot of things that can be done. We can use AI, and this is where we can be relevant. This can be done in finance. This can be done in NHS or healthcare. This can be done in education. This can be done in sales and marketing. This can be done in so many, and you see, that is what they are planning to, how AI is going to infiltrate into every system and work. So you see it that with AI within every, this is just customer support, not only every other aspect of work environment. This is how we are going to use these 5 pillars in that aspect. Yeah, so AI engineering career pathway. So now under AI data, that is annotation, AI data, you can, example of role you can see here is AI data annotator and AI trainer. AI evaluation, AI quality analysts, prompting, prompt engineers and prompt specialists, context engineers and RAG engineers, AI application, large language model application engineers, automation, AI automation engineers and AI workflow engineers, agents, AI agentic engineers, AI agent developers, solution, AI solution engineers, product, AI product specialists, business, AI business analysts, consulting, generative AI consultants. So this is what you are going to see at workplace opportunities, vacancies, jobs you are going to, these are all the jobs. And based on what you are doing, you see you can fit into almost all these. The only place you are going to struggle to fit in is here, this application. This is the only place that might be a bit, based on what we are doing here. The only place. Every other place here is good for you. Yeah. So this is where you might struggle to fit in, because what we need here is knowledge of machine learning. But these 5 pillars we are going to handle, summarize now, can help you to leverage within all these opportunities, all these roles, which is a big gold mine for you. Yeah. So that is it. In this bootcamp is going to be a lot, what we are going to try to achieve here is something you cannot even achieve in MBA. We're going to learn, practice, build, evaluate, improve. Yeah. So that is it. So it's not, it's going to be work. You will test the tools, or a lot of tools. We are going to be testing how a lot of tools work. We are going to use these tools to create one thing or the other. We're going to annotate data. We're going to write prompts. We're going to evaluate AI prompt response, engineer context, work with documents, create automations, connect to design agents, text system, and document projects. So we are going to create in here, by the time we finish within these 5 pillars, you should be able to create a strong portfolio for yourself. I'm not gonna give you my own portfolio. That is what we've come here to do, to build a portfolio. As we are building the portfolio, you are learning. When you finish, all you need to do is move your portfolio wherever they need it. You move your portfolio there. They will see what you can do and they will give you a job. So we're going to, these are some of the tools here: generative AI, ChatGPT, Cloudy, Gemini, Microsoft, Perplexity, annotation, Level Studio, CVAT, Docano, and other annotation environment, prompt engineering, chat interface, AI playground environment, prompt templates, and prompt testing tool, context and RAG embedding model, vector database, document retrieval tool, knowledge-based tool, AI annotation, N8N, Make, Zapier, Microsoft Automate Flowwise, and agentic engineering. The only one we might not do here because Microsoft, they always, all their things in this one, the only one we might, but it's not Microsoft all their this thing is not always want you to bring money. So yeah, but to get the share. So under agentic engineering, open AI agent tooling, LangChain, LangGraph, Crawl, AutoGen, FlowWise, and N8N. These are various tools within all these environments. Yeah, we'll try to use as many tools as possible within this environment. We might not be able to use all the tools in every of the section, but we'll try as much as we can to cover a lot of tools. Yeah, so that is it. And hands-on here. Each major module will include practical work, hands-on project structure. Yeah. For instance, project 1, AI data annotation project, create and validate an annotated data set. So this can be your project. It can be your portfolio in AI annotation. Project 2, prompt engineering project, build a reusable professional prompt system. This is a big project as well. It can be a portfolio on its own, making it portfolio 2. 3, context engineering project. Build a context-aware knowledge assistant. 4, annotation project. Build an AI-powered workflow. That is another project, which is another. Every project is a portfolio. And 5, agentic AI project, design and prototype an AI agent. And final capstone, combine the discipline into an end-to-end AI solution. So, portfolio expectation. So, like here, the main thing here is to get this portfolio, not the certificate. You see the way some of you are harassing me about certificate. I want the certificate. No. Well, you make more money when you understand all this, when you have than just certificate. Forget about certificate. Certificate does not get money. What is giving money is the knowledge. So your portfolio may eventually contain this, see, annotation database, annotation guideline, evaluation rubrics, prompt libraries, prompt chain, RAG application, automation workflow, agent architecture, working prototype, project documentation, and demonstration. And that's it. So, yeah. Then, before we finish, we'll talk about the responsible use of AI. So, AI engineering also carries responsibilities. You should also and always consider privacy, security, bias, accuracy, misinformation, hallucination, copywriting, confidential information, human oversight and accountability, and appropriate use. So this is something that is very important as we are trying to dive into AI. Privacy or responsive use, AI, we call it in general AI governance. Yeah, it's something we should equally be looking at trying to understand. It's very, very important. If you understand AI governance is another big consulting role on its own. So, yeah. So, that is it. This, we don't have time, so this one is what we have done, a class activity, but there's no time. So I have assignment. This one you can read it up on this class activity. It's very simple. Identifying AI engineering layer. You know, scenario one, because I already provided answer for all of them. Walker. Label picture containing cars and pedestrian. What is it? AI data annotation. A professional creates structured instruction for ChatGPT to generate project risk register. What is it? Prompt engineering. A company connects its policy document to an AI assistant so that employees can ask questions. What is it? Context engineering. Scenario 4, an AI workflow receives an email, extracts key information, and updates a CRM automatically. What is it? AI automation engineering. Scenario 5. This is a question I wanted to ask you people to answer, but we don't have time, so I'm just reading it. An AI system receives a research objective, search multiple sources, analyze the information, and prepare a report. What is it? Agentic AI engineering. And quick knowledge check. You should be able to understand what is the difference between traditional and generative AI. What does large LLM mean? That's large language model. What is a prompt? What is data annotation? What is the main purpose of context engineering? What is the difference between AI annotation and AI agents? Name 2 careers associated with AI engineering. Why is human oversight important? So you should be able, all these questions I'm asking now, you should be able to answer all of them right now after, because we just finished this class. So you should be able to answer all these questions. We don't have time. I don't want to ask questions because of time. We're already late. And the introductory assignment. So the assignment here, the assignment title is My AI Engineering Career and Skill Map. So what we are going to do, choose an existing professional role or career area, such as business analyst, data analyst, project manager, product manager, developer, digital marketer, teacher, HR professional, customer service professional, or entrepreneur. So choose one of these. Create a simple table explaining the 5 AI engineering disciplines, how it could be applied within the profession. You can use this template. For instance, you see here annotation, prompts, and here, and you see you put application in this role, how this can be applied in this particular role. I give you an example. I use business analyst. Business analyst, AI engineering, yeah, an example, yeah. So don't use my example. If you use my example, it's plagiarism. So you have to find another road you are going to use. And that is where we're ending it. So, key takeaway. At this point, you should be able to remember 5 statements. Data teaches and evaluate AI. Prompt instruct AI. Context inform AI. Automation connect AI to work. Agents enable AI to pursue and act. So that is it for tonight. Yeah, so you have to do this assignment. And I said I use business analyst as an example, and you should not use business analyst. Yeah, so Remy Maria, what is it?
Thank you, sir, for the class. It was a wonderful one. Okay, so my question is just the assignments. I couldn't get it. I don't know if you can bring down your screen so we can copy it down. Then, secondly, apart
Yeah,
from the, I think
yeah.
you said, should I go ahead? Okay, so the second question I want to ask from the core 5 that we've talked about, data prompt and content automation and agentic, the tools you mentioned, I want to ask if they are free apart from the Google, I think Microsoft that you said is a little bit expensive. So I want to know if other tools are free or we need to pay for them before we use them.
We're going to try as much as we can to, because so many of them are not free. Or try to use those that are in the market more. So many of them we can. It's not something we cannot. Everything is not free. In as much as I try to reduce source code, but you know that everything you should be spending like $20, $10 here and there. So this thing, if you want to, some of the, it's cool. Even one aspect of what we are doing here is not up to, if you want to pursue it for at the university level, these are, they're not getting anything less than £4,000. So don't be scared about, or don't be so, I know things are hard, but a good soup now money maker. I mean, as much as trying to reduce cost for us, you will see me spending $1 or $2 here and there. So that's all I can say about that. So we're expecting everything free. I doubt everything is going to be free when it comes to all these tools. Yeah, because some of us are not even using professional chat GPT, and because of that, we are not getting good results. Yeah. All right, this is so many of us who have not paid and you want to be part of this class, or those who they have, because I made it open, I posted it everywhere so that everybody can be part of it. Going forward, it's only those who have paid and are going to be having access to all our classes, because it's almost free. Almost what we are doing here is almost charity work. So yeah. Thank you. If you have more questions, you can bring it on. Yeah.
Please, I'll screw down a little.
What do you want?
No.
You are going to
create a simple table.
You are going every time we finish class, we share our notes. So when you get your notes, you can read the notes. Yeah. Mr. John P.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Charles, for the wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Charles, for the class. So what I want to ask, you have already answered it. The class lesson note, as you said, it will be dropped on the.
You are already part of our class. You know our pattern.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So we don't change.
Okay, sir.
We are acting like AI now. We have a pattern, so we follow pattern. Yes.
So what days are we to be having classes?
If you remember when we started, I said it's going to be Monday and Tuesdays. Yeah. Friday is not gonna work on Fridays. I just decided to squeeze it in this Friday. Yeah. We'll try as much as we can to, yeah. But for yes.
Sir, please, what time? On Monday, Tuesday, what time? Good evening, sir.
Yeah, it's going to it's going to be either 7 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. I'm going to decide. But you are not going to try to make yourself available within the when we make it available, either because I need to look at my distance. Yeah. So that it will not clash with any of our class. So I cannot tell you 7 p.m., but it's between any of these two. Yeah. Or do people want it to be done by 12 noon?
No, sir.
Okay. They want it 9 a.m.
No, sir.
Okay. So if you want it 9 a.m., we can bring it to 9 a.m. or 7 a.m. So you can finish your class. For some of you going to work, you can finish your class before going to work.
So 9 a.m. is okay.
9 a.m. is not. Yeah, on Monday morning.
It's
9 a.m. is okay, sir.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. cannot be okay now. A lot of people are working.
He is saying
Bro, it's not okay, I
he's saying
beg. It's
9
not okay.
p.m. It's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.
9 a.m.
He said a.m.
9 a.m. No,
Yes,
error.
please. 9
5
to be much
a.m.
better.
5 a.m.
8:30, 9 or 9 p.m., whichever one at night.
Some people are saying 5 a.m.
Size 9 p.m. we are talking on, not a.m.
So it's 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
He actually said he's saying a.m. Or you don't understand the meaning of a.m. and p.m.
All right.
AM is in the morning now.
It's never a.m. will not work now.
AM cannot work.
That is- I have a question to ask.
A.m.
I have
is
a
too
question,
early
sir.
now. People have jobs.
I have a question, please.
All right. Well,
Sir,
listening.
please, if a class, where would the local video be ready?